to PBC on Bounce here at Sam's Town Live as we get set for our first bout of the evening in the welterweight division. Cameron Krael and Erick will collide. There we see Krael, Austin, looking forward to seeing this matchup unfold.
Absolutely. Look, these guys, they physically are almost the same. They're the same height, same length. They are both on fight-win streaks, but Krael has a deceiving record. It's a different mindset, a different situation for Krael now. In the beginning, he tried to turn pro early to provide for his son, took short notice fights just for the money. Now, since signing with TMT, he wants to be competitive, and he's able to have full camps, and it showed in his 6-fight win streak.
Let's take a look at the numbers here with our tail of the tape, Austin, as you break down the numbers.
Like I said, besides the age, they've got the same height, same reach, 1-inch reach advantage to Krael, and same weight. You know, they stack up number-wise very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Sam's Town Live here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Live on Bounce, this is Premier Boxing Champions. The action begins with 10 rounds in the welterweight division. The 3 judges ringside are Adelaide Bird, Tim Cheatham, and Robert Boyle. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds is Russell Mora. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the red and the gold. His professional record, 13 wins, 12 losses, 3 draws, 3 of his wins coming by way of knockouts. Fighting out of right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cameron Krael. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the black with the silver. As professional, 19 wins, 8 of those coming by way of knockout against 5 losses from Manabi, Ecuador. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Erick. It's our first fight tonight, Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael. It's like looking into a mirror with both of these fighters as both gentlemen are in the midst of unbeaten streaks. 6 straight unbeaten for one, Cameron Krael, and 3 straight for Erick Bonet. So both guys looking to continue in their winning ways, Austin.
Absolutely, and for Bonet, he cannot let a guy with the record like Krael, as deceiving as it is, set him all the way back. He's trying to get back to top contention.
Well, getting to those similarities, you have Krael, who lost 5 in a row earlier in his career. Bonet lost 4 in a row. Both guys have fought some top competition. Both guys have only been stopped once in their professional careers. Bonet having been stopped by Sean Porter. For Krael, he was stopped by Jamal James. We saw Jamal James last month looking impressive over Abel Ramos. And now both guys are back on the win track with 6 and 3 fights that they've been unbeaten.
Absolutely, and you know, they're trying to keep their win streak alive. Krael, he said that, you know, he's going to be a shock to a lot of people because his record doesn't show how good he really is. Bonet, he said he's been training with Broner and likes of Tang for their respective fighters recently, and he's ready to take the skills that he took from them and show it off tonight.
Well, let's be honest, Austin, as we approach 100 seconds here in round 1, not everyone is going to be Floyd Mayweather and have that 50-0 record. That is an extreme rarity when it comes to anything in professional sports. So having a loss isn't that much of a detriment. It all depends on how you respond. And both guys have responded well to their defeats.
Absolutely, and you know, I think this whole undefeated thing is a new wave thing. All the greats had losses, you know, including myself. So coming back from a loss, and it shows the kind of character you have if you can take that loss, learn from it, and bounce back.
You're seeing Bonet and Krael starting off. It's a feeling out process. They've exchanged jabs, nothing too much from a power punching standpoint as we commence round 1 here. But Bonet's very crafty. We saw him here in Las Vegas last year where he lost to Eddie Ramirez. His entire camp felt that he was robbed in that fight. For Krael, he caught the attention of Mayweather Promotion CEO Ellerby when he defeated a fellow unbeaten prospect in December of 2016.
Again, Krael does show a lot of skill. You know, boxer punch already. Nice double jab right hand. Oh, Bonet comes back with his good combination on the inside of the zone.
Well, Krael pulled back and he got tattooed with the left hook. Final moments of round one. Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael. Bonet really opening up in the power punching department towards the end of round one. It is PBC on Bounce.
Subscribe now to Brown Sugar, where you can stream the biggest collection of the baddest movies, its big hits and cult classics, along with original series and PBC action. Start your free week by searching for Brown Sugar in the Google Play Store, iTunes, Roku, or on Amazon channels.
Round two, this one is scheduled for 10 between Cameron Krael and Erick Bonet. Austin, what did you see out of round one?
Well, Bonet found a home for that right hand. He would catch Krael going straight back a lot of the times, but he was very effective with it. So let's see if Krael can figure out an answer to that right hand.
And for Erick Bonet, the 29-year-old out of Ecuador, he's fought the likes of Sean Porter, as you mentioned, Miguel Vasquez, and Chris Algieri. So that is some world-class opposition.
Absolutely. And he fared well with the Algieri.
Nice big right hand. It seemed to buckle Cameron Krael as he advanced forward and got stopped in his tracks.
Bonet's the busier fighter. You know, he not just hits you with the one shot, he comes back with 3 and 4. Really good counter uppercut.
Krael is being the aggressor, but he is really tasting the power of Erick Bonet. Nice left hook by Bonet, followed by a right hand, and you see the face of Krael that is reddening from those big power shots from Bonet.
It was a good left uppercut to the body from Krael, too, while he got hit with his left hook of his own. Again, going back to the body.
Krael is trying to mix it in on the inside, mix it up. But when he lets his hands go, Bonet immediately is letting his hands as Krael is throwing a punch. Another one is coming right back at him. But Krael comes back with the jab. Some good inside fighting between the two. Bonet looking to keep his distance to keep Krael out of his shots.
Good combination from Bonet, and he went to the body first and finished at the head. Now he's trying to hold for that left uppercut. Krael having his moments, you know, when he lets his hands go, but he has to get off the line. Good uppercut from Krael.
Krael is tasting that sledgehammer overhand right by Bonet. And Bonet is also focusing on going to the body. You see him in spurts, attack with the left hook.
Oh, good right hand counter that just barely bounced off of Bonet's hand.
Would you suggest that Krael have a tighter guard, Austin? Because when he's thrown, he has a loose guard, and that allows for Bonet to find the openings.
Tighter guard, or even keeping his head off the line. His head is standing in the same spot when he lets his hands go, and Bonet's able to fire right back on top.
A big right hand that connects for Bonet, but Krael took it well.
And he threw a left hook of his own.
This is a fun matchup to start off PBC on Bounce between Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael here in Las Vegas. An uppercut that seemed to stagger Krael, but back he comes, throwing a left hook of his own.
Then Bonet comes right back with the uppercut again. What a fight. This is a good round.
And that is the end of round number 2. The action has certainly intensified. Erick Bonet, as we see a big right hand that wobbled Cameron Krael with the left hook to the body, and more of Erick Bonet, the left hook that connected on Krael, but Krael would not be denied with a shot of his own. You're watching PBC on Bounce. Welcome back to PBC on Bounce here at Sam's Town Live. Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael. Austin Trott joining me alongside here ringside as we begin round number 3. The second round, so more ebb and flow action, but it seemed like Bonet was getting the better of the exchanges.
Absolutely. Again, he's letting his hands go a little bit more. Krael, though, throwing some good combinations that he caught Bonet with. But the thing that Bonet is doing is he's finishing the combinations. There's a flurry that happens. Krael might have some success. Bonet comes back with fire right afterwards. Right hand that looked like it staggered Krael just a bit.
Krael is a father of a 6-year-old son turned pro at the age of 17, needed permission from the commission here in Nevada. And when you asked him about if he would have wished he would have turned pro later on, he said absolutely, but I had my son that was getting ready to be born at 17, so I had to make a living. Therefore, I decided to turn pro.
I mean, it's not uncommon for things like that to happen. Life gets in the way. And, you know, shout out to him for doing what he had to do to take care of his son. And he's got the skills to really do something in this game. You know, if he had just a little more seasoning.
Big right hand that again halted Cameron Krael as he advanced forward. Approaching the midway point of round number 3, Erick Bonet looks very sharp, Austin.
He does, and I think the counter shots has gotten Krael a little bit gun shy.
Well, Krael is a high-value puncher, but when you are eating those left hooks along with that overhand right, it makes you think twice about throwing.
Absolutely. I mean, if you get punched hard every time you punch, maybe you stop punching is what is probably going on in his mind. But he just caught Bonet with a good right hand as Bonet trying to step out. Good body shot from Krael.
Well, Cameron Krael is not to be denied either. A nice right hand to Bonet.
Good left hook, right hand combo. It looks like Krael's getting into the rhythm a bit. And going to the body, I think, is what helped him out.
A sharp right hand by Bonet out of Ecuador. And with Erick Bonet, look, being stopped by Sean Porter, there is no shame in that because Porter has stopped a lot of guys, including Andre Berto, and I can't recollect the last time that anybody stopped Andre Berto.
That's true. That's true. You know, Krael's got a really good jab, and I think if he used that more, he'll be able to set up some better shots.
But right now, they both need each other in Bonet and Krael. Bonet looking for his 20th professional victory. Krael looking to extend his unbeaten streak to 7.
We have blood dripping from the nose of Bonet. And I want to say that's the jab's fault. Good combo from both guys.
A sharp right hand by Krael. That's nearing the end of the round as they continue to increase their work rate. As the action continues, as Erick Bonet, though, getting off with that big right hand. Here we see Bang catching Cameron Krael, and a left hook to the body by Bonet, but Cameron Krael continues to answer back with the right of his own. You're watching PBC.
Thank you very much, but you gotta watch your head.
Welcome back to PBC on Bounce. In the corner, Cameron Krael, who's originally from Hawaii but moved to Las Vegas when he was a young man. Started boxing at the age of 14, turned pro at 17. Taking on Erick Bonet, the 29-year-old from Ecuador.
Now, Cameron Krael had a lot of success at the end of that last round. Maybe a little bit too late to win that round, but man, he was coming on. And that jab is what was the key for him in the head movement.
Well, it seemed to give Bonet some issues. Those little slight movements that Krael not being, as you guys like to say, on the line.
Yeah, on the line just means the head is lined up with the right hand or any of his hands, for real.
And Krael using his jab to try to get on the inside. Bonet realizes he's going to need.
This is the first time Bonet started moving and going backwards a bit. Looks like Bonet's trying to switch up what he's doing, seeing that Cameron Krael switched up what he was doing.
Let's take a look at how you have the fight scored thus far through 3 rounds, Austin.
Well, I have it 3 rounds to none. Although that last round was really good for Krael, it was just a little bit too late. Bonet was coming on early. Krael came at the end. Ooh, good uppercut.
Big
Cameron Krael.
Uppercut by Krael as it stopped Erick Bonet and jarred his jaw. But Bonet comes right back, and Krael says, you're not going to deny me. You have to love the mental toughness being displayed by both guys here tonight.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Bonet is hitting Cameron Krael with everything. I mean, I feel like it's his best shots. And Cameron Krael's not going anywhere. In fact, he's coming on more and more as the round goes.
Krael realizes that he needs the biggest fights at 47 or 40, but he says down the line he wants to really make his mark at 140 pounds, but neither guy wanted to say no to this opportunity, which is why it's here in the welterweight division.
Yeah, and Bonet also said himself he can fight at 140, but he feels good at 147. Krael, however, said no, he's going to go to 140 after this fight.
Sharp right hand by Erick Bonet, but Krael so far has been dictating the pace here in this fourth round.
Oh, good combination with Bonet.
And Bonet comes back with some sledgehammer right hands and a left hook to boot. This is fun stuff, Austin.
Absolutely. Cameron Krael, he abandoned that jab that was working for him and it was setting things up for him. And now Bonet's really coming on this round like he was in the second and first round.
The tide has shifted. Bonet's coming on strong at the end of the fourth. Krael did that at the end of the third. It is PBC on bounce. Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael continue to slug it out here in Las Vegas. As we take a look at some of the pinpoint accuracy from Cameron Krael, that uppercut, here we see again Cameron Krael really loading up, boom, right there on the jaw, but Erick Bonet answers right back. It is PBC on bounce. Welcome back to PBC on bounce, round number 5 between Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael. Austin, this is a war of attrition between the two. As you saw in the fourth round, Cameron Krael started off strong, and then Bonet came on late in the fourth. In the third round, it was Bonet who started strong, and Krael who came on late in the third.
Well, it just sounds like it's a darn good fight. And it is. These guys are not taking much steps back, letting their hands go. We have big shots from both guys. I think they need to figure out how to get an edge on the other. For Krael, I think that's a jab. For Bonet, you know, do what he's doing. Let his hands go, finishing the flurries.
Also with Bonet, he throws the jab and then he comes forward, but he was leaning more towards his power punching and the counter punching ability in the early part of the fight, especially digging to the body. Since that time, he has abandoned the jab, and that has allowed for Krael to get back in the fight because he is using the basic fundamentals. Absolutely.
And again, the jab is what's been the key for Krael's success. For Bonet, it was him going forward and punching while Krael was punching.
Krael is being more methodical when it comes to his punch selection, and that seems to have Bonet off balance, but Bonet, using his veteran mental, steps to the side and unleashes a left hook. Krael threw a left hook and knew that he had Bonet just out of his range.
He seemed to regret throwing that. He said,
And now Krael has gone to southpaw. He said that he is an ambidextrous fighter. He can switch stances to give different looks to his opponents.
And it looks like, you know, he's confused him a bit, switching to southpaw.
But by switching southpaw as he was in the position of moving, he got lit up with a straight right hand from Bonet.
Nice jab in the southpaw stance. The jab is still effective even though he's southpaw. Oh, good right
hook. Straight left, and Bonet goes backwards. He was rocked and also off balance, a combination of both, and that is scoring for Krael. And a nice left uppercut on the inside.
Again, that southpaw stance, I believe, confused Bonet a bit, and he ran right into the left hand. He recovered real fast though. Bonet, I believe he's legitimately hurt, but he must be in shape. He recovered really quick.
A right hook that connected by Krael, followed by a chopping left hand. And Bonet coming forward still. Throws a left hook upstairs.
Good left hand again from Krael.
This fight is tightening up without a doubt, Austin, and a straight left that connected as Bonet comes forward. He tries to throw his hands, and he gets backed up with another straight left from Cameron Krael. We're halfway home. There you see Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael. Let's
look at that 1-2. Beautiful 1-2, caught him coming in, and like I said, Bonet walked right into it. Not making adjustments to Cameron Krael switching to the southpaw stance.
Would all seem to start off with the right hook. There we see the right hook that caught Bonet, and then he was throwing in the process, and then right here, the jab, and then boom.
Yeah, it was a right hook, a nice step back. Just got Bonet that tried to come forward, and he met him with the 1-2.
And here is a flurry at the end of the 5th, and Bonet, you could tell, is visibly disgusted with himself. There we see Jesse Arevalo in the corner of Cameron Krael.
All right, beat him with the jab.
All right, let's go.
Counter him, don't chase him. Counter him.
Let's go.
Arevalo and Krael have been together since the beginning of Krael's professional career. And talk about more similarities. You had Bonet, who debuted at the end of July in 2011. In October of 2011, it was Krael who turned pro.
Yeah, and they also both have 6-year-old sons. How about that?
Talk about parallels, and right now they both need each other in order to climb up the ranks at 140 and 147. A jab starting off for Cameron Krael is looking to cut off the ring, Austin.
Yeah, Cameron Krael. He had some good instruction from his corner. They told him, counter his counter. And I think he's been doing very well. It's been very effective.
But also, Krael isn't being as reluctant as he was earlier in the fight. He is being the one to attack first.
He is, but he's also doing it tactfully. He's not just letting his hand. He's not just laying his head in his hands and then punching. He's jabbing. He's moving. He's jabbing. Allowing Bonet to come forward. Countering Bonet because he knows Bonet's going to finish the flurry. He's made the adjustments that I like to see. Now it's time for Bonet to make his adjustments to his southpaw stance.
Russell Mora warning Erick Bonet about keeping his punches up. He threw a right hand right on the belt line a few moments ago. 100 seconds to go here in round 6.
Krael went back to right hand. Now, let's see how this works.
I'm surprised he didn't stay with the southpaw stance, Austin, especially with the success that he was having in the 5th.
I believe he won that last round, And although all rounds have been close, that last round was the first round I gave to him. Good jab.
Krael using his jab, snapping the head back of Erick Bonet. And Austin, there are various jabs. There is the jab to kind of keep you at bay. There's the strong jab, and we're seeing that being implemented by Cameron Krael. He has a very strong jab, and we've seen the head of Erick Bonet snap back several times here in the 6th.
Yeah, just from the jab, he has a strong right hand. A strong left hand, which we saw staggered Bonet back in the last round.
Bonet looking to connect with some counter punches, but and a big right hand. That backed up Krael. Krael's hurt. He's with his back on the ropes trying to tie up, and now Bonet has him hurt. Bonet looking to get the knockdown. He is stumbling. It's Cameron Krael. Bonet hammering Krael.
Stop!
And now he goes down. That's a knockdown. It appears.
No knockdown. No knockdown. Come here. You can't push him.
I mean,
I got this. I got this. I got this. You can't push him.
Precious moments that Cameron Krael was able to salvage. Bonet going back on the attack. Cameron Krael looks to be hurt, but he remains upright towards the end of the 6th. What a round for Erick Bonet. Let's take a look, and here is the power punching of Erick Bonet, and it came out in punches and bunches.
He punched while Cameron Krael was punching, and he caught him flush. Man, Krael's got one heck of a chin. He's got some strong legs because his legs kept him up when his head was not allowed to. Look, getting another look. 2 shots.
Krael was stumbling, and Bonet teeing off. But still, Krael was able to keep himself vertical.
Hold him when that happens. Use your legs. Use your legs.
Hold the dog. Breathe. Stay relaxed. You're doing good. Breathe. All right. Let's go. Let's go,
Jesse Arevalo, the trainer of Cameron Krael. And you see the body language of Krael. He still seems to be hurt to start the 7th. As we will take a look back in for Erick Bonet, starting off strong with the left hook to the body.
Good jab, good double jab from Krael.
Bonet going right back on the offensive. Krael still seems to be hurt. I don't think he has his legs underneath him just yet.
Yeah, no, his head's not cleared yet.
Big left hook by Erick Bonet out of Ecuador. Bonet going on the offensive. He's won 3 straight. A big right hand that connected by Bonet, followed by a left hook to the body.
It's smart to go to the body because Krael's got one heck of a chin, as we've seen, and take Bonet's best shots. You know, and in order to get those legs a little less strong, he's going to have to chop him down some more.
And chopping away he does.
I think Krael's back.
Krael threw a couple of punches to counter Erick Bonet.
And I think he's got his head back. Because now he's got that look like, come on, let's go. And look, uppercut, left hook from Krael.
Left hook by Erick Bonet to the body, followed by a big straight left hand and a left hook. Krael once again going backwards from the power punching being displayed by Erick Bonet. But Krael answers back. Both guys digging deep here tonight.
Absolutely, thudding shots from both men right now.
The first 3 rounds, it was all Erick Bonet. Then in the 4th and 5th, Krael started to take over, and in the 6th, Bonet let him know, I'm still here, and almost had him on the canvas.
Good back and forth action now. Ooh, Bonet following Krael back with a good combination.
And a straight right hand that missed its mark by Bonet. Krael, though, still now setting himself with the jab. Reaffirming his big right hand that connected by Erick Bonet. By Krael, instead corrected another one.
Again, what a fight. What a fight.
Both guys certainly throwing caution to the wind here in the fighting capital of the world. So apropos that we're here in Las Vegas because both guys are gambling and they are paying dividends for each other in moments of this matchup.
I'm telling you, it's hard to score these rounds. I'm glad mine's unofficial because these judges got one heck of a job in front of them.
And right now, Cameron Krael and Erick Bonet, they are testing each other's wills. Back and forth action here in the 7th. A big right hand that connects for Krael, much to the life of the partisan Las Vegas crowd. Another right hand by Krael. Look at this. This is absolute savage work between Cameron Krael and Erick Bonet. My goodness. Talk about this action, high intensity. Austin trying to break it down for us.
Man, he countered Bonet's hook that he missed, came back with another counter. It's the head movement that is giving Krael his best success. Here's a nice left right from Krael. Come right back with the right hook. Let's take another look at the right hook, left hook. Miss.
That was picturesque by Cameron Krael.
What heart these guys are showing. And especially Krael, because he had one heck of a round at last one, and he was out on his feet, and he came back, and I believe he stole that round.
You're doing good. He's just as fucking tired as you are. Let's go. Come on.
The corner of Cameron Krael telling him he is just as tired as you are, trying to go ahead and summon the will from Krael. Erick Bonet as well. He took some heavy shots from Krael. So both guys, again, we talked about the similarities. Both fighters have had moments of brilliance. Both fighters have had each other hurt, and both men are certainly testing each other here tonight with PBC on Bounce.
Will on full display tonight. Heart definitely on full display. Krael following back with a nice right hand. Bonet's head snaps back again. And it's all set up for Krael's jab. It's a strong left jab that has been the start of his success.
Also, take a look at your unofficial scorecard here ringside.
Again, this fight is much closer than the scorecard shows, but I have it 68-65 Bonet. You know, he's been busier throughout the whole fight. And on some of the rounds that were close, I gave the busy man the round.
So you have the fight 68-65 in favor of Erick Bonet, but Cameron Krael certainly is a live adversary against Bonet and has had his moments here in the fight. That big right hand, the lead right hand that backed up Erick Bonet.
He's got a good rhythm, you know, he throws throws the 1-2 and he steps back because he knows Bonet's coming right back. And then he comes back and counters those shots that Bonet throws. Good.
Big right cross by Cameron Krael. Krael's throwing so hard he was almost grimacing. Midway point of round 8. Inside work by Krael. And Bonet isn't being as active here in the 8th. I don't know if he's taking his time and waiting for that opportune moment to be able to connect.
It could be that, or it could be that Krael ain't going nowhere. Like, he's hitting him with his best shots, and Krael just comes back stronger. Good body from Krael.
Erick Bonet with the lead right hand has Krael with his back on the ropes, and that's a position that Krael does not want to be on with. Absolutely because not. Bonet has found a great amount of success when Krael allows his back to touch the ropes.
And he's not able to lean back from the shots that Bonet's throwing to counter what he's been doing. Nice combination.
Coming out strong by Krael. Krael is so confident in his ability. And a nice right hand that connected by the 24-year-old here in Las Vegas.
Another good shot.
But back comes Bonet.
Stop! No,
The
go.
face of
Listen, watch your head.
Krael
Okay? Watch your head. Watch your head.
written from the blows by Bonet.
Bonet's face doesn't show any wear or tear, but boy, he's taking some shots.
Was just red from the bruising. And you know, both guys are going to feel it tomorrow morning. Bonet looking to end the round strong. But Krael answers back. And let's go back and revisit round 7.
A lot of back and forth action again. Trading hooks. Krael comes back with that nice right hook after making Bonet miss. And that has been where the majority of successes, the best shots come from, is the counter shots from Krael.
Breathe, stay relaxed. Breathe. Just stay relaxed. Get in the zone. Tighten up that defense, okay? Tighten up that defense. He's stronger than he is. He's just as tired as you are.
Beat him to the punch. Right now, you guys are tired. Beat him to the punch.
Keep using that stick, though, all right? Make him miss. Just stay relaxed. Just go to the motion. You're doing better. I'm tired of it. Stay relaxed.
Come on. All right, let's go, baby. Go.
Two more. The trainer for Erick Bonet said, let's get at it. And you heard in the corner, Cameron Krael, they want him to tighten up the defense and also use the jab. He was been using the jab in the fight, and it has been successful for him.
It has. It's not only been successful in popping Bonet's head back, but it's also set up some great shots and counter shots from Krael. Krael's coach has the best boxing coach voice I've heard since Mickey. I tell you what.
Austin, this fight has been so good, I almost forgot what round we were in. Round number 9, this one's scheduled for 10. It has certainly gone quickly as both Bonet and Krael are both emptying their tanks. A nice left hook that backed up Bonet.
And it was set up by a nice double jab. He was able to throw that right uppercut in between Bonet's guard and made his head fly up, along with sweat and probably spit.
Erick Bonet with a jab followed by a right hand. It had Bonet off balance.
Again, he's listening to his coach well, and he's doubling up that jab and setting up that right hand.
Big right hand, and now Bonet seems to be hurt. Bonet shook his head as to say, okay, I feel it, but that could be a sign that he was hurt. Cameron Krael.
Look, he's found a rhythm, and he's working on that stride now.
Styles make fights, and Bonet and Krael seem tailor-made for each other.
Absolutely. This one is
Over there. Scissors, now.
And there
Just cut it. Cut
the
it.
tape that is loose on the right.
Then tape it. That's good.
Erick Bonet.
Let's go.
Even Leonard Ellerby is getting involved in the instructions. He was telling Krael, give me some head movements.
Ooh, good body grip.
Krael going back to his jab and a left hook as Bonet came forward.
Took a half step back, counting over Bonet because he knows he's coming. You know, he's found that rhythm. He's got the timing down. Krael's looking really good this round.
A sharp right hand that connected, and Krael was boxing well and using his pure boxing ability to his advantage. Under a minute left in round 9. Well, this is what you get when you tune in to watch PBC on Bounce, or also on the Brown Sugar app, wherever in the world you may be watching. I'm sure you are delighted that you are missing this one with Bonet and Krael.
Ooh, good uppercut counter again from Krael. Man,
watch your heads, watch your heads.
Should give his check to his chin. Bonet's got one heck of a chin. So does Krael, though. These both guys are warriors.
A sharp right hand.
Fight again.
A chopping right hand by Bonet.
Ooh, good.
Followed by a counter right hand by Krael. Final stages of round number 9. Can't believe we just have one more to go. A left hook by Bonet.
Bonet's gonna have to figure out his timing, his speed time right now. And every time Krael hits him with a jab, he really comes forward with 2 punches. And Krael takes a half step back and meets him with something. He needs to stop coming forward so fast, maybe even fading him out, you know, to make Krael, to take Krael's timing up. Now Krael, he needs to do what he's doing. Keep his head movement, keep that jab established, keep taking his half steps back, maybe even half steps to the
last round, final round.
You can cruise this next round.
Final round.
There you see Jesse Arevalo in the corner of Cameron Krael. Let's take a look at your unofficial scorecard, how you have the fight scored through 9.
I have it 87-85, meaning the next round, they both need it. Now, granted, there's very close rounds within these fights.
Last round, guys. Clean round.
My unofficial scoring is definitely not as adequate as I'm sure the judges are. And this is anybody's fight. They both need this round in order to come out on top.
Who can leave with a definitive statement in this 10th round? And again, the tape is loose on the right glove of Erick Bonet. I'm sure they're going to get that looked at if they have a momentarily delay in action.
Stop!
And
time over there.
As we see
Got
again.
It. Come on.
As you speak.
Make it quick. Make it quick. Let's go.
Cutting the tape. Hopefully that isn't an issue for the last 2:27 of what has been an entertaining matchup to start off PBC on Bounce.
The reason why they don't want the tape flopping around is because it could whip somebody in the eye and you know, injure them.
Impair their vision, and that is so key. As Cameron Krael is now, he's going backwards. He's almost inviting Bonet in though. And then he counters.
Using his legs a little more, which we haven't seen much of, you know. We haven't seen much footwork from either guys. But Cameron Krael hasn't been able to capitalize on the footwork.
But Bonet has gone into stalk mode. He's looking to cut off the ring and not allow Krael to move around the ring well without answering and painful.
It's that jab.
And it's the jab that has had Bonet off balance.
Yeah.
When he's been successful, he's been at close distance and been attacking the body, and the jab hasn't been coming out as much for Krael, and Krael's just gone to southpaw.
I feel bad for anybody that just looks at Cameron Krael's record and thinks I'll take this fight without watching film.
You are in for a rough night at the office, and now the tape from the left glove is loose from Erick Bonet.
Ooh, good
but he
push.
gets tattooed with the right hook. You have to love how these two combatants have thrown caution to the wind and are really doing as much as they can to convince the judges.
Yeah, well, we've got to see everything tonight. We got to see some brawling. We got to see some boxing. You know, we got to see 2 men hurt. We didn't see a knockdown, but that's okay with me.
Almost. We almost saw a knockdown, and I wonder, it looked like that was a knockdown for Bonet. If that will come back to cost him, because that would have been a 10-8 round.
Absolutely. You know, if he did get that knockdown, he would have been clear for the win. But right now, I think, you know, this last 10 seconds is going to say a lot for the fight. Ooh.
Big left hook by Bonet, followed by a counter right hand by Krael. What a battle between Erick Bonet and Cameron Krael here in Las Vegas. Krael believes he has victory within his grasp. Krael with a big uppercut followed by a right hand, and Bonet came right back. PBC on Bouts continues. Ladies and gentlemen, having gone 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Adelaide Bird scores the contest 95-94 for Krael. Judge Tim Cheatham scores the bout 95-94 for Bonet. And Judge Robert Hoyle scores the contest 96-94 for your winner by split decision, Erick Bonet. So Erick Bonet gets his 20th professional victory, and he's now won 4 in a row. Cameron Krael visibly disappointed, but Austin, neither guy loses stock as they both performed at a very high level.
High level indeed, high pace, high level. It was a great fight. Again, a lot of those rounds were very give-me rounds, swing rounds. Nobody was dominated in this fight at all. Great fight for both guys. We appreciate the warrior spirit being exercised tonight.
Well, there we see Cameron Krael dejected, believing that he did enough to get the win. But on the opposite side, jubilation for Erick Bonet.